That people think that that's the only way that you can write, you know, plays about people who talk about their dicks, is to have one.
We have to talk about the obvious, which is that Lincoln and Booth were two historical white men, and you have chosen two black men to play these brothers named Lincoln and Booth. So this has to be an exploration of race at the same time that it's an exploration of just brotherly rivalry.
I guess. I don't know. You know, with black people, when they hang out, is it an exploration of race? Just two black people in a room together? You know, maybe. I mean, sure. But I wasn't thinking, I wasn't planning, I wasn't plotting, I wasn't strategizing, I wasn't thinking of issues or themes or anything. There was absolutely none of that. I was just moving my hands around on the keyboard, listening and just writing down what was, it was like it was a movie going on in front of me, and I was writing really fast to keep up.
I'm gonna show you the cards. Two black cards, but only one heart.
There's one brother, Booth, the younger brother, who really wants to learn how to play this con game, three-card Monte. He's not very good.
Whoa! Man! Don't ever be doing that shit!
His brother, Lincoln, used to be the best three-card Monte con artist ever. It was his game. One day he stopped doing it, swore off the cards, and got a job doing the Lincoln act, impersonating Lincoln at this arcade. So one brother really wants to learn how to do this great thing that his brother can do brilliantly. His brother doesn't want to show him.
Right.
You can't be hustling no more, bro.
Wait, what you do all day long, that ain't no hustle.
That's all this work.
Dressing up like some cracker-ass white man, some dead president, and letting people shoot at you. That sounds like a hustle to me.
People know the real deal. When people know the real deal, it ain't a hustle.
We do the cards, people will know the real deal. Sometimes we will win, sometimes they will win. If they faster, they win. If we faster, we win.
I ain't going back to that, bro. I ain't going back.
You play Honest Abe, but you ain't going back. But you go all the way back to way back when folks were slaves and shit.
Don't push me.
You're gonna have to leave.
I'll be gone tomorrow.
Good, because this was only supposed to be a temporary
I will be gone
situation.
tomorrow.
Good.
You're gonna have to leave, says Booth. And I remember when I wrote that, I was paralyzed with fear for like 1 second. Because I said, oh no, the play's over. You're gonna have to leave. He leaves, the end. You know, like that. And then I said, no, just keep going, keep going. You're gonna have to leave. Because this is always going to be temporary. I'll be gone tomorrow. I'll be gone tomorrow. Which says, good. End of the play. No. Link, what does Link want? Lincoln wants Booth not to kick him out of the house. And then, you know, we have to deal with the other desire of Lincoln's, which is, I want to practice because I don't want to lose my job.
Bang!
I love the fact that Lincoln was shot while watching a play. He was shot in a theater while watching a play.
Bang!
There was a voice behind me, and it started talking. It was like someone is standing there behind you going, "Watcha-butcha-baka."
Still, you chose Lincoln and not George Washington or Jefferson or Machiavelli or you name it. I mean, you chose this guy.
But is there any sense to say he chose me?
Sometimes it happens where, you know, if you're a conduit and you're an open, and I'm serious about this, I think if you are open and you're listening, and if you kind of get out of the way, these voices and words start coming through.
I start this new teaching job today. And I taught before. I've taught the New School and Yale. But this time it'll be different because this time I get to run the whole playwriting department.
I can let you in your office right now.
Oh, that'll be great. That's all I need. I don't really need a key.
Here, minor details.
A lot of people think that it's a job of the teacher to tell the student whether or not they should be a writer. And I very much do not think that is my job or even my right. When I was in high school, loved English and loved writing, but I was a very poor speller. And my English teacher, she called me into her office before I graduated, and she said, you know, I would suggest that you not study English. You could study other things, you know.
Yeah, but, oh God, that's really good. We're taking before and after pictures.
This whole semester, I'm wondering, will George call me? Will he want to do Top Dog? If he doesn't want to do Top Dog, who will do Top Dog? What actors will we get? When will we do it? Those books, we're going to be reading them probably out loud, especially the Poetics and Oedipus. I know, Poetics, it's like, oh, tradition, you know. But we might as well see what he has to say so we can either follow it or run screaming and never again return. We'll be encouraging what I call the mind behind the mind, and we started talking about this the other day. Your great plays are all back here. They're all waiting. They're waiting for you. They're sitting there all curled up, waiting. Call me, call me. They say. But the emphasis in general, just a quick overview, is on waking up the theater that you already have inside you and helping to identify your own particular voice. You are the future of American theater, whether you like it or not. To quote the great writer James Baldwin, your crown is bought and paid for. All you have to do is put it on your head. There's a saying that those who can't teach, and I wonder sometimes if I will lose the ability to write because I'm teaching. I went to Mount Holyoke College, and I got an opportunity to meet James Baldwin and take a creative writing class with him. Everyone would hang out with him after class, except me. I was way too shy because my parents raised me to call adults like Mr. Baldwin. He said, "Oh, call me Jimmy." I could never call him Jimmy. He was Mr. Baldwin. I've been reading his books since I was in 4th grade. Then he said, "Try playwriting." I tell people he gave me a kiss on the forehead and told me that I was going to be good at what I was going to do. So when I moved to New York and tried to get my plays done, and a lot of people said, "Those aren't plays. Those are, I don't know what they are, but they're not plays, and they're not very good even if they were, and I don't like the way you write," and yada.